recently Poltergeist verified another extreme demon, and that level is the new project that the Purgatory has been working on called Clown Control. If you don't know what Clown Control is, it's a level that's around high-end, easy, extreme, and difficulty. That's a remake of another popular easy extreme called Crowd Control, and in today's review I'll be giving my thoughts on it, and not only giving my thoughts on just the level in general, but also if it's actually a good remake of Crowd Control, so let's get into it. So first off, I want to talk about how I love the change of theme in Clown Control. The level goes for a circus theming, and that can be seen with the wide use of colors and the decoration like balloons and other party hat stuff just across the level. Now, there are many reasons why I love this design choice and this theming, but the main reason is because it basically improves the one problem I had with the original level Crowd Control. This level is known for having amazing gameplay that's super enjoyable, but its downside was while the decoration was satisfactory, it kind of just lacked any emotion or personality to it, and it just looked very generic. Clown Control is able to basically take this level and not only improve on the overall level structuring, but add that personality and color that the level so vitally needed. While Crowd Control is still the more popular level currently, I do think Clown Control might actually overtake the original's popularity for this memorability factor alone. And this kind of brings me on to my next point, and that's that this level, while not only being very memorable, is going to be, in my opinion, one of the Purgatory team's most positively regarded works. They as of recently have been known for making some kinda controversial remakes like Silent Acropolis and Dark Dimension, but that's because they're remaking classic levels that people not only love, but believe are already near perfect, so doing dramatic changes, especially in an update like 2.2 with just so many options at hand, is bound to make some people unhappy, and while Clown Control is definitely not an original work, it's still a remake. It is remaking a much lesser known level. So don't get me wrong, Crowd Control is still popular, but just not to the same degree as the levels I mentioned earlier, and so I think this will probably mean people are going to be more open to this new take on the extreme. As for the decoration, as you would have expected by now, I'm a pretty big fan of it. Not only is the remake just so much more vibrant, it's also way more detailed and feels much less empty than Crowd Control. It also has so much more personality put into it, like for example, here is one of the better looking parts in Crowd Control, and now compare that to the same part that was remade in Clown Control. It just has so much more going on and just stays in my head way more than Crowd Control's part did. I could just remember it so much better. As for the gameplay, while it's probably my least favorite part of the level, I still think for the most part it's a pretty good improvement from Crowd Control. It's able to look really similar and play really similar to Crowd Control while still changing up the click patterns to be just a lot more enjoyable to play. This part especially is great as the clicks are all on the same beat and just flow perfectly to make one of the most satisfying parts in any level. The only big issue is this wave, as well. In the original, it was really difficult, but it did get consistent eventually. Clown Control's wave is really difficult as well, but I just don't think it gets as consistent as Crowd Control one did. Which is definitely a problem, because that means it's definitely the hardest part of the level, and that does bring down the enjoyment a bit for me, because of just how much of a roadblock this is compared to just the rest of the gameplay in Clown Control. Lastly, the song is great, as it matches Clown Control's theme well, and is the same one used in a similar level called Lamau that is also a clown themed level, and honestly, that level does have a pretty similar vibe to Clown Control, so I've kind of got a theory that that kind of inspired the Purgatory bit. I'm probably really wrong on that, but who knows. Overall, I'll give this level an 8.2 out of 10, and it's a great take on a classic easy extreme, and is a great beginner extreme for people that want to get into these more decoration heavy extremes that we've been seeing as of late in Very Light 2.1 and of course 2.2. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Subscribe if you enjoyed, Discord server links in the description, and yeah, peace.